Hey, it's Paul Ardro with 12 Penny Exteriors, your local window depot. We are live on location in Littleton, Massachusetts. And this is a job we're going to be doing soon. It's going to be a siding job. So I figured it'd be a great way to do a little video of how do you know if you need siding? How do you know if you need siding? It's a great question. I get this question a lot when I'm at home. It's like, well, do I really need siding? Because siding is a big undertaking. It's one of the largest projects you can do on the outside of your house, if not the largest besides the roof. Siding is probably number one or two or 1A. In this particular home, when I first met them about a year and a half ago, they knew the first thing was windows. They wanted windows, which led to a front door, and eventually is going to lead to siding. They knew they had to do it all at once, but that's a big investment to do all at once. We broke up into stages. We did the windows first, we did the front door after that. Now we're getting ready to tackle the siding. But they didn't think they needed siding until we started doing the windows. But then I showed them why I think they needed siding, and that's what we're going to do today. So this house was built in the 90s, now 2023, so it's going on 24, 25 years old or so. And the siding is original to the house. So why do I think we need new siding? Let's take a walk. There's a couple of things that I look for. First being peeling paint. That's pretty obvious. Peeling paint is here. If we look around the house, peeling paint in the corners here. You know, this is typical of a house this old, is the paint coming off the house. Is peeling paint bad? Yes and no. A lot of times when shingles are new, you can paint it a few times, sand it down, paint it a few times. These shingles are old, so if we try to sand these down and paint them again, I have a feeling there's not going to be a lot left. That's the first thing. The second thing is when I look in between here, there's a lot of cracking shingles. Here, and these are clapboards. Cracks, right there. We didn't even do this door, so there's a crack there. If we go over here, Emily, there's more cracking shingles. Cracking. Now these are cracking because they're dried out. They're drying, and as they expand, the wood can't take it anymore, and they split. And there's a lot of cracking shingles, not only here, but there's also cracking shingles as I look up on the peak over there. You can't see it from the camera probably. And if you look up on the peak, I look and I see a lot of nails coming off the shingles. That's not good. What's happening is the nails are loosening up because the shingles are actually expanding and contracting. It's wood. And they're peeling off the house, and we're going to get a photo of that. So what's happening is the nails can't hold. They're not doing their job. The nails are coming off. That's not good. So that's just a couple signs. Let's walk to the front. I'm going to show you some other things that I see, and this is going to be some good demonstration. Here's a nail. This nail is supposed to be in. See how loose this is? Loose, not good. I can take this nail and pull it out. That's not what nail's supposed to hide. Keep the shingles in. These are very loose. This is the weather doing this to this house. Now this house gets a lot of sun all day long until the sun rotates around. So these shingles are taking a pounding, taking a beating. These are shingles we replaced when we did the front door. We knew they're going to redo the siding, so we haven't painted any yet. If you look over here, more cracks, more peeling paint, more loose nails. These are very loose shingles. What's also happening, I don't know, Emily, if you can see this. This is buckling. This shingle alone is buckling. And if I look up the side, there's a lot of shingles that are buckling. And people say, well, Paul, why can't I just repair these? Take these off and repair them. You can, but what's going to happen in this particular house, you're going to repair about 10 to 15% of these shingles at the very least. And at that point, you're better off doing the whole house because you're going to do these 10 to 15% this year, and then next summer, you're going to be another 10 to 15%, and you're just going to pour money, good money after bad, as they say. So, well, it's just cosmetic. Who cares? Why do I even have to replace my siding? Well, the siding is protecting the home. It's the first line of defense against rain, against wind, against snow here in New England. This is the first line of defense. This is protecting what's behind there. What's behind there? The shielding of your house, the insulation of your house, the framing of your house. If this starts to fail, you could have potential problems behind here. And then it gets into a bigger expense than just replacing the siding. It's like the skin of the house. That's your siding. Windows and doors. It's great to replace your windows and doors. They only represent about 10 to 15% of the exterior of the house. The siding is the rest of the house. It's a good 85 to 90% of your home is siding. So if it starts to fail, it's time to replace. Now, the sun is causing a lot of problems here, but shade is also not great for a home. Let's take a look around here. Be careful where you walk. On this side of the house, this is a very shady part of the house. The sun hits the front of the house. Occasionally, the sun will come around and maybe get this house from maybe this side of the house for maybe 30 minutes out of the day, maybe an hour, I don't even know. A lot of peeling paint. Now, the good news, this side isn't shrinking as badly as the front because the sun isn't pounding it. So these shingles are actually pretty decent down here, but I noticed a lot of moss growing. And the reason why is because these trees here are blocking this house, blocking the sun. When it rains, the siding gets wet. And the siding is designed to let water roll down and off the house. That's why there are bumps. That's why most siding isn't smoothed down. It's designed to shed water off the house. But water still stays on the house. So when the sun finally comes out, it dries off the wood. That's perfect. If there's a lot of shade, this side of the house doesn't dry as fast as the other side of the house, and we get a chance for mold, mildew that's growing on the house because of the shade. Again, peeling paint. This corner is coming off the chimney. This is bad, really bad, because if the wind gets this, water's gonna get behind there. When we go to reside this house, I don't know what I'm gonna find when I take all this off, if there's any rot behind here. Hopefully not, but we're gonna find out. Again, a nail that I can pull off with my fingers. I shouldn't be able to pull the nails out just like that. So this house definitely needs siding. And what we're going to do in this house, and if you walk down here, more peeling paint, more exposed nails that we can see. I know these nails, this is bad. Starting to rot. This one's starting to rot. So we got other issues, loose nails. Everything is loose. It's going to be, the good news is when we go to strip this house, take all the siding off, it's going to come off pretty easily. That's good for us. But I don't know what's going to happen behind here. Hopefully not going to find a lot of rot, but you never know. So yeah, so what we're going to do with this house is we're going to put hardy board siding on this house. So we're going to take up all this wood. This is all wood clapboards. We're going with primed hardy board, and then a painter will come in after us and paint all the hardy board. They want a certain red that Hardy doesn't offer, but they can just paint it whatever color they want. And that'll happen in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, quick little video on how you know if your house needs siding. If you don't know, we can tell you. And I'm not going to try to, if your house doesn't need siding, I'll tell you, hey, just paint it or whatever. But this house is pretty bad. We're going to give this house a nice new siding job. But give us a call, 12penny.com, or send us an email, or send us a text or whatever, and we'll come out, give you our 2 cents or 12 cents and what we think, why we think you might need new siding. All right, thanks again. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.